Okay, so students, today we will look into one technique. That technique is known as race cosine filter technique. This technique is used to reduce ISI effect. So that means if we use this technique, the interference between two adjacent pulses or multiple adjacent pulses reduces. So from the last discussion, we saw that this was the frequency characteristics of the channel. So whenever the pulses used to travel through this channel, only this part of the frequency components, so the pulse has some frequency components, so only this part of the frequency components of that pulse was allowed to arrive at the receiver, and the part that lies away from the lies outside this pass band of the passband of the channel, that used to be getting rejected. So here we write the passband. So this is basically the passband of the channel, which acts as a filter. Basically, the channel acts as a filter, and this is the stop band of the channel that acts as. So we can say the frequency spectra that we receive at the receiver end looks like this rectangular window. So I can repeat that the frequency spectra of the received signal that we receive at our receiver looks like this window. So when this received signal is converted into time domain, the received signal, when it is converted into time domain, it looks like a sync pulse like this. So as we know that sync pulses has side bands, and these side bands enters into the region of neighboring sync pulses and causes interference. I repeat, the side band, as we know that the side band of sync pulses enters into the region of their neighboring pulses and create interference. By using this technique, we try to minimize the side lobes. Basically, try to minimize the side lobes, so that if the side lobe is minimized, so minimizing side lobe means the amplitude of the side lobes decreases. If you use RCF technique, race cosine filter technique, then the amplitude of the side lobe decreases. As a result, this particular sync pulse will not be able to create that much of interference effect which is neighboring sync pulses. So it is in this way the sync. So we can say in short that by decreasing the amplitude of the side lobes, what we are doing, we are basically minimizing the interference effect. That means the neighboring pulses are getting lesser amount of neighboring pulses are getting less amount corrupted by these adjacent pulses. So what is basically an RCF is? So first we will discuss that what basically is a RCF, race cosine filter is. So race cosine filter is basically it looks like this. This is the frequency spectra of a race cosine filter. This line, the slant line is basically the frequency spectra of a race cosine filter. So we can say the race cosine filter looks like this. Some part will be at 1, and then this part goes to 0 gradually and non-linearly. This part goes to 0 linearly. This is basically the frequency spectra of the race cosine filter. This is basically the frequency spectra of the race cosine filter. So how the race cosine filter is basically used, let me show you. This is my receiver, if this is my receiver and this is the incoming signal, I'm showing the frequency spectrum of the incoming signal. So the RCF or the race cosine filter should be placed in between the incoming signal and the receiver. That means it should be placed just before the receiver, just before the place it should be receiver, so that whenever this incoming frequency spectra